Bro, I swear to God, you
moved this table. I didn't even move the table, dude. We kept talking about this table, dude. It's not my fault. It's wiggly, bro. All right, it's not my fault, bro.
Wiggly, bro.
Oh, hey,
what's cracking, y'all? Man, we just over
here
having conversation.
Yeah.
Things about
not moving tables and
sex,
stuff, obviously.
And whatnot. Table done.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
But what's cracking, y'all,
what's
man?
Going on, everybody? Hope everybody's being safe.
Everybody, hope y'all doing good out there. Being clean, cleanliness next to godliness, and wash your hands.
Right there.
We gonna be alright, man.
Yes, sir.
I seen some weird things in the past couple of days, though, man. Being 5-day, 4-day quarantine for some of y'all. Man, there's nobody in the traffic. Right. Nobody outside.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I heard a couple people still going to parties. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, we're doing this for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You guys got nothing to watch. We're going to bring you content. Try to give it all the time. You know, but I'm keeping to myself. I'm not going to big crowds. You know what I'm saying? You know, I keep it to myself, you know.
Just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just making these videos for y'all to have something to rock out to, man.
And, of course, smoking. Of course.
Obviously,
baby. You know, but a big shout out to the nurses, the policemen, you know, anybody out there, first responders out there. Shout out to you guys. You guys on the front lines, man. So be safe with you guys. I know you guys are working long hours. My cousin's out there working hella hours, getting that, risking it all for the biscuit, my friend.
Risking
you know, appreciate it all, you know. Boy. So shout out to those guys, you know. So if you know any nurses or them, you know, tell them thank you, you know.
Yeah, for real, because they out there, you know what I'm saying, like my man said, putting their life out there for us and keeping things moving. Shout out to the postal man, you know what I'm saying?
Delivering Amazon, UPS, all the people.
Man, shout out to everybody who's still out there working. You know,
grocery stores too, dude. Grocery stores are still open. Shout out to those guys too.
Everybody who thought they was essential, man. Everybody essential to this game. Right. You know, everybody is. Whatever job you thought you was doing, everybody essential.
Right, exactly. No small businesses around your spot. You know, give them love too. Yeah, you know, order from them too.
It's time to support the small businesses, yo, in towns. It's time to do that.
Yes, sir.
But you know, enough of the soapbox. We gonna hop up off of that, and we gonna get to it, y'all, because we here to bring y'all some education. But today we gonna talk about the good old fashioned, two highly sought after products for those who don't want to smoke cannabis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ones that are have lung problems. Ones that don't want the smell in the house. Mm-hmm. Kids around. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of excuses why you don't want to smoke, but you can still consume cannabis. Right. JC, what's them two ways, my brother?
Well, the two ways that we're going to be talking about today.
Today.
Are going to be the R.S.O syringe, which is this guy. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And this little sexy little bottle right here, the Tincture Drop.
The Tincture Drop.
The Tincture Drop, yes. When we talk about those, well, one of them is mostly, you know, medical related. You know, it's a high medical stuff using the whole plant. And then this guy, you know what I'm saying? D, what does this guy do?
So with that guy, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to dig in deep on that one, all right? So what my friend over there is holding up, one more time, JC, while I finish pearling this up.
Can't pearl, son. You ain't about that pearl life.
We're going to get into that episode soon.
Yo, we can. I remember one time in high school, just like little rocks, little nugs.
So what this man is holding up right here is a Tincture Drop, all right? It is a orally used and taken and consumed way of using marijuana. Alright, it's in a liquefied form. You kind of got to push down on the top.
Yeah, it was giving me a little trouble. Sorry, guys.
It's a little security lock, alright? It's a small little security lock. We gonna get this off.
Yo, this is a fail on my attempt.
Yeah.
You rolling.
But anyway, while we're trying to get this off, with the Tincture Drop, it has a side effects that can hit you onset effects that can hit you anywhere between 20 minutes and 25. So it's real quick. With that being said, the effects last anywhere between 4 and 8 hours. So that's amazing in some cases. Some people need pain relief, you know what I'm saying, for that long amount of time. It doesn't taste too well, doesn't taste too good.
Yeah, it's not a high flavor profile.
Right, at all. It's something you could make yourself at home. That's why it's not something that tastes too well. There's a lot of abstracting and putting in like alcohol and things like that. Don't quote me on that, but making it, you have to try to go find other research on that, but it's possible to make it at home. But the Tincture Drops is a great way of getting pain relief. It's mixed with CBD and THC, sometimes CBN, sometimes melatonin. You know You know, and they can do all type of ways. And also they have the ones that are just straight indica, sativa, and hybrid. So they'll hit you. You know what I'm saying? They really hit you type thing.
Yeah, it definitely put me to sleep. The last time I tried it, I think I was having a hard time sleeping, and this guy was like, "Yo, I got some of this."
It was little, bloop, bloop. And all you really got to take is like half a vial, maybe like a whole vial if your sleep issues or your pain is that high. You know, it's really not a lot. A little goes a long way when it comes to consuming these not concentrates, but consuming these other forms of cannabis. You know, it's broken down to a very strong form, so it takes a little while. It takes a small amount, but it lasts you a very long time. Another great thing about tincture, it's very portable. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there's a little bottle.
A little small one.
Just put that in your pocket, leave it in your car if you want.
It doesn't smell or anything like that. It's reliable. It's good for the on-the-go type of person. Anybody like that. Tincture Drops is something to go definitely to. You can find them at your local dispensaries and a lot of different places. A lot of dispensaries are carrying this because a lot of older patients don't want to smoke, don't want to consume, and things like that.
The producer failed on trying to get this over. I don't want to call him out and shit.
Right, let me get some.
You try that.
So,
apparently it is idiot proof, and I am an idiot.
Well, I'm undoing this. This is the Feel Dreamy collection. It has CBN in it. It's a 1-to-1, so it has THC and CBN. Alright, so it's definitely gonna put you in a nice catatonic state at night, and then let you wake up without feeling groggy like an indica. You be like, I want to get up.
Yeah, it does happen sometimes.
Yeah. So this one's CBN, which I would love them to make a plant with CBN in it, a marijuana, or some mix of strain with CBN.
With high CBN content in it.
I don't know if it's possible. That'd be dope though. Very dope. But great way of consuming marijuana for pain relief, sleep issues, some freaking stimulation in the morning, yo. But I'm gonna get at this bottle right quick though. I'm gonna let JC take over with his intro to the R.S.O.
But first, I'm gonna spark this blunt. There's a lighter. I got treated. Thought I got treated. I'm gonna be. Hold on, let me just do this.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry too much about that, y'all, because in this type of world we live in, we just let things be the way they is and worry about it later.
You may ask yourself, why did I twirl the blunt? If you light it unevenly, do a couple of these bad boys, helps even it out. Anyway,
that's passed down.
That's good.
Real good.
Anyway, so we're gonna be talking about the R.S.O. syringe, which is this, and this is how they come. They come in a syringe like this.
What's R.S.O. stand for, bro?
The R.S.O. stands for Rick Simpson Oil. Now you may ask, who is this man?
Who man is that?
Who is this Rick Simpson man? Well, this man was a regular guy. You know, he was working, you know, on a basement in a heater situation, taking off asbestos. So he had some early medical issues. He started using THC, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, you know, for it. And it helped him, you know. And then one day he went to the doctor. He was having bumps on his arm.
True.
And then, you know, the doctor told him, hey, it's a form of skin cancer. And he was already doing stuff with the THC. So what he did was he took the whole plant and extracted it. Every piece of the plant, the stems, everything.
So when
Right. He didn't leave anything behind. Like, you know, like they would just use the buds for wax and crumble, just the buds, not the whole plant.
Right.
So when he started extracting the whole plant, it came in this oil form, which is this. He started putting it on his skin, you know, and the bumps went away. Basically, almost practically healed him. Basically. Now it determines, you know, on which cancer types and what you're using it for. But this is a very good medical thing. You know, it's highly regarded for its medical purposes, like I said, and it doesn't do just cancer, you know, like cuts, you know, stuff like that. You can't use it on that, you know, but it's mostly dealt with cancer.
How do you take that?
How do you take it now? Since I'm gonna do this real quick.
Is it almost the same like the tincture?
Yeah, it's a little bit different because this one has a squeeze, so you would just, you know, squeeze it like an eyedropper and just squeeze it. You can put it in coffee or whatever you want. But this, the best way that you can take it, you can put this on food, you can put it on anything else, but the best way to take it for me,
spin it up.
Oh, you got to spin it. Oh.
And let your coffee cool down before you put either one of these in, because if you put them in before it's too hot, it's gonna destroy your material. So kind of wait for it to cool and then drop it.
Right. So I'm using a dab tool for this because it's easier. The best way to do it is to put it in your mouth, or the best way to put it on your tongue, underneath it. So I'm gonna use this.
You can do food too, right?
Yeah, you can do food. You can put it on whatever you like. I don't really want it on my food. So I'm just gonna put it like this way. But you don't need that much. You just need basically a little drop.
Nice. Little rice grain.
Right.
Cool.
Now, the longer you hold it, or as far as keep it wise, try to wipe some of it on my tongue because like I said, it's a little bit difficult, but it can go on the tongue. Now, don't be expecting a huge flavor. Mm-hmm. It's not something you're supposed to taste. It's not going to be like, oh, this tastes like lemons. It doesn't go like that. And when you look at it on the Midway dispensary thing, for example, it's going to show you milligrams. That's how they tell you, like, this will have 400 milligrams of THC and a little bit of CBD. There you go. Sorry. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's very useful for medical purposes, and they do have hybrids, sativa, and indicas.
If you're out there trying to just
if you prefer one, but it is very good though, and it lasts a while too. You don't need that much.
If you want to use that means for ones who don't want to use it for for like JC said, medical reasons. Maybe you want to just use it to wake up in the morning a little bit, or maybe you just want to stretch your marijuana that you don't want to use all your flower. This is a nice way for that. You take a couple dabs of these through the day. You leave your flower alone for a little while. You know what I'm saying? You stretch your other materials that you have by using these concentrated other forms of medical marijuana.
Right. Now, if you try to dab it, all right, and if you have a rig and you don't have any flower, you can, but I don't recommend repeatedly doing it. It's not meant for that. It's not the same type of thing. You can do it. I've done it. Okay. It's good, but once or twice maybe if you don't have anything, do it. Just take it orally. That's how it's meant to be taken.
There's a substance, a chemical in it that gives it its thick consistency. Right. It's not supposed to burn at that temperature. Right. But it's okay. Like JC said, do it a couple times. Try it out. Don't make a habit of it. Don't get an R.S.O just to do that. Right. It's just taking that whole thing. I still have mine. That's like almost a year old, Right. And the liquid will get dark, but it's not, don't worry about that. And oh my God, it's getting, just, keep it out of the light, as I would say. Keep it in the dark spot. Real quick tab, I want to shout out to these Higher Standard dot wipes. Shout out to Higher Standard for hooking it up. These wipes is good, especially in this time of day when you're in this time of age. You got to clean off everything you work with. JC just took a dab off of that. I'm going to clean it off with the dot wipe. You give it 10 seconds. And that bad boy is nice and ready to go. I like these little wipes, man. That's super ready. Check them out. They're like $10. So definitely, I'm about to try to give me a nice little Tom Brady throw quarterback in here for the producer on this one. See if you can catch it, y'all. Here we go. Throw a blunt. Here we go. Wild, son. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Oh, he caught it. Oh, touchdown. Oh, man. Hey, y'all. That's how we get down in class, y'all. That's how we get down. Sharing is caring and all types. All right. That was crazy. That was a Hail Mary. But to kind of, wrap it up real quick, Tincture drops. Give them about 20 minutes to kick in, guys. A little half a vial, small little drops, maybe 5 if you count them out. A whole one if your tolerance is high. And that little bad boy gonna last you about 6 to 8 hours, R.S.O, more medical purpose, you can use it to get lifted if you would like. But you don't need that much. A little drop. Bloop. That's it. Rice grain. Put on a food, whatever you want. I think it's been 10 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and get mine before we take off today. Go ahead. But JC, we'll let you guys know about why we're not doing the raffle this time around. Right, so we're not going to be doing a raffle until this thing is lifted in our lockdown, until things get a little cooled down. The reason we're doing this is because certain places, when we try to send out one of our other previous gifts, it was blocked. So we don't want to, have you waiting forever, so we're just going to wait till it cools off, and then try to send that off in a different way. But the raffles will resume soon. We'll resume, y'all. A lot of this is a setback for a lot of people, and we just gotta hold it together, y'all. Just stay faithful, stay smart, stay vigilant, and
wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Don't go nowhere you don't need to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go to your friend's house. You just gonna play games. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just wash your hands. Keep it clean. Don't share stuff like that. You know, so
cleanliness is less to godliness. Y'all remember that while we do this right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna wrap it up, class, because you just got some nice information, nice knowledge. If you're out and about, pick it up at your local dispensary, Midway for $1.
Shout out to Midway.
We got it for sale, y'all. We got the 1-to-1s, the 10-to-1s, 3-to-1s.
Yes, sir.
Check us out, y'all. We also got this hybrid that we're using today. So, yeah, it's not a real good taste on that.
No. See, it's not meant for taste. Don't go for those for taste, for sure.
Oh, Jesus. So, man, it's your boy, D-Will.
JC.
And we logging off. Class is a wrap.